Call the meeting to order at 5 o'clock. Pass this along to you. 2 sets of minutes. You guys had a chance to?
Yeah, I have one correction. Okay, that's why we have 2 sets.
There was an open session and a closed session,
Oh, okay.
or executive.
Executive session.
Are those the last ones?
Yeah, just the last.
Okay. I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from November 4th,
The open
the
session.
open session.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye. I'll make a motion to accept the closed session minutes of November 4th, executive session.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Okay.
Okay. Gets us to there. Preston Street subdivision. I didn't put it on the agenda.
I know, I did.
I'm like, yeah,
Harry's just messing with
is
you.
that in Venus?
Yeah, that's in Drunas. So he's gonna begin with his, the 2 lots. Should have had that. Well, it's not enough room. He's gonna start with the one on the right. I forget. Oh,
Is you going down Old Crescent?
yeah. I don't know if he wanted to review his drawings.
Have you gone through?
It's coming back to me. I think he's all through the boards, so he's gonna have to tie into the 16. Which, the 16 and the 6, or wherever it becomes 4, they run side by side literally with barely any room.
Okay.
So until he digs in and does something like that, I told him to do some exploratories first.
And that's off the roadway.
Right, that's the main one. They're pretty much, when you see the entrance, the 2 entrances are fairly close to each other. This is, the first one, like further back, this one.
Preston.
This is the one he's gonna start on.
Right. That's 2 entrances?
Yeah, so here's, so that's there, but like, those 2 roads are like right there.
Yeah.
So this is old, that's Old Crescent Street, oh, okay, so that's the.
Yeah, so right now he's just looking at this one. So there is a hydrant, he went into the end with the hydrant. I don't know if this one has the utility, no.
So he's already put his pipe in?
No, he hasn't done anything yet, he's about to begin. He just pulled his road opening permit.
Yeah, that's just.
We've never had an issue with him, he does really good. He just sells a lot, he doesn't build the houses.
As long as you have, all the materials, the spec right that would.
Yeah.
Is there only a development fee for the cost of the house? There's nothing for a hydrant or anything, is there?
No,
So they can run an 8-inch main or whatever it is, and then whatever, the only money we get is from the house.
it's 20, so it's per subdivision, so it's 2,500 or it's 29 now, I think. I don't wanna say it. It's increased, so it's 29 plus per lot.
Per lot, which is a 3/4 or 1-inch service.
So that has nothing to do with the services. That's for the subdivision. Then on top of that is the 43 or 49 for the system development charge per
Okay.
house. That's whoever buys the lots gets that one,
Okay.
plus the 750 for the meter.
Or he wants to use a tap and sleeve and valve for his connection at Crescent?
That's what they're supposed to
Run
use
gate?
it.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't wanna cut like they're supposed to use tapping sleeves. They didn't up at, KRR didn't up at West and thing, but there were some complications there. When I realized what he was doing,
What do? They kind of,
they
Valve
cut,
in a
yeah,
T.
they cut in a valve in a T, but there was a coupling right there and it's transite, so it was worth getting rid of it.
yeah. What's that, what is the service on Crescent Street? Is it transite or is it cast iron?
No, this is, that's ductile, that's a 16-inch ductile he's
Oh,
gonna,
that's right.
he's gonna pay a lot of money for that tap and sleeve. No matter what, he's gonna pay a lot of money for parts. The problem is, we don't know until he digs in, I don't know whether the 16 is on his side, I believe it is.
All across the street?
Yeah, well, it's on his side.
Yep.
They run literally side by side coming down. They didn't leave much room, because Copper Beach, both of those gates are on an angle. They had to dive them down. We always thought that they were like crooked or something, like somebody hit the box. Then we dug one up and realized what they had done. Because they're too close to each other.
And that first one he's doing is this.
Yeah, we're gonna start right there.
So he's actually gonna end up with two of those 16-inch tapancies?
Yep. So when he gets down the other end, it becomes easier because the two mains separate. The
Yeah.
4 it reduces down to a 4 and goes into Old Crescent, and the 16 goes on by itself for a while.
On Old Crescent or regular Crescent?
Old Crescent. At Old Crescent. So when he taps
Okay.
right here, the two mains separate. The 4
Yeah.
it goes in here where the 16 stays out.
Yeah.
So
He won't have any problems there. It's down here at this one that he's gonna have an issue.
yeah, because he's got to tap all the way out on Crescent.
Right.
Right, the 16 stays in regular Crescent.
Yep, yeah, he's gotta tap here and then go in with it.
Yeah.
But if he just moves down a little where the two separate, then he's got plenty of room to work. He just has to get over or under the 4-inch.
And
Somewhere along here, it goes from 6 to 4, and then it's 4 all the way up.
So Dave will have, we just have the one valve here and the hydrant at the end.
Yeah.
When's it gonna start?
I think he wants to start pretty soon. I don't know how soon he'll be tapping the main, but,
Have we received any money?
no, he hasn't done any, well, he doesn't get any water until we get the money.
Yeah.
When will the plant start? Hot top, or was that even matter?
He might not even be in the road, because they run up in the, right on the edge of the road, so that's why I told him, do some exploratory and see what you see. I mean, he's gonna go through the sidewalk and he'll have to fix that, but.
Okay. How many houses total does this thing end up with?
I wanna say there's like 29 out of the whole thing. And this one, there'll be 6. There's a 7th, but it's not in there, it's outside, so it's a Form A lot.
Any questions? We don't need to vote on anything on it.
No, because there's nothing changing.
Yeah. So as long as we get paid for it, we'll be good. And no James Hoyt tonight. Go to old business. Nothing on the first item on that appeal, the 0 Matfield Street. As far as I know, that's just still being discussed. Stations 1, 2, and 4. We have any updates on?
So we did the perks for the septic system. And it's like, you couldn't get better soil for a septic system.
All sand.
Yeah, even we did 2 places, one out in our fill area and then one out into the woods. Yeah, it's all sand and bony gravel once you get down into it.
Any news on the status for that, whatever you call it, ENF plus?
I haven't
For that
heard
permit.
anything. They haven't said anything, so,
Still just working.
yeah.
Okay. Walnut Street, Manley Street, Station 3. I noticed they've been doing some work.
Yeah, so they have the
Making a
footings
mess.
were poured.
Okay.
So now they're coming back and getting ready to do more on it. I think they're gonna go, bring up the sides. I've been taking pictures, I think Deborah's posting them somewhere out there,
Okay.
so that, people see what we're doing.
Progress.
Okay, how about Manley Street, the PFAS tank? We heard anything back? I think he was gonna have Adage come
Yeah,
back
they
and do
have.
something.
I haven't heard nothing, so we took our last pilot test samples.
Yeah.
So we'll see what comes back out of that, but I haven't heard anything about a backwashing or anything yet from them.
So right now, we're still just running,
We're still just running, so we'll see what the numbers are.
okay. Might be worth just send them a quick email reminding him about,
Yep,
so in case it starts climbing again, we have
right.
a plan in line. Almost hate to ask, but it's been running fine over there.
Yeah, so far everything's running good.
There's been no issues dealing with the contractor being in the,
No, they're really good, yeah, they haven't been in the way.
Walnut Street tank. Have you had a chance?
Unfortunately, no, we've been flat out trying to close that construction,
Yep.
so I haven't, but before December end, before we get to Christmas, I'll get up there. In the next 2 weeks, I'll rent a lift and get up there and look at it.
Well, you've had a bunch of stuff going on that's taken
Yeah.
up unexpected time. Did you reschedule that other shutdown you were talking about that you had to cancel?
Well, I won't say it, so we still don't know that we have a detail cop till we get into the morning, so we're gonna go after it again tomorrow. I have not notified anybody because I don't know, like, I'm not gonna send out another notice and then the people wait for nothing. So in the morning, you may see an email saying this is an unscheduled shutdown.
How big an area?
So we're probably gonna take out probably about 30 houses when we do it. It'll be from Lincoln Street, South Elm, up to the transfer station.
Okay.
But we won't shut off the water until we're right down there. It's an anchor tee, so we're gonna cut the bolts off. So we won't do anything until we place the trench box and we're ready to go, because we're 7 feet down.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take us time to get prepped.
And then just keep it shut down as little as possible.
Yep, we'll do the shutdown as little as possible. We always try to do that.
Well, it's just the houses, it's not, no,
Right.
not like we're shutting down 106 again.
No, but if I get time, I'll try to go door knocking and see while they're digging and getting down there and getting set up. But I won't know until like 7 or 8 a.m. Like the other time, we didn't know until the morning that we didn't have a detail officer. So that's the same with tomorrow morning. We don't know until 7 or 8 that we have or don't have a detail officer.
You don't have to shut the road down, right?
No, but we're gonna to get the trench box in, we're gonna take up a good chunk of that road with the machine sitting across it.
Sorry.
Why not send out notices anyways, in the event that it does go as planned?
Cause then people are you're sending out notices and then if it doesn't go, so the police have training, so there's the highest instance, we won't have one, cause they're using them up at the 106 construction site, so I think they fill them first before us. And they have some sort of training going on for the next 3 days, which I understand, they're things to do too. So there's the highest probability we may not have a detail officer. I don't wanna get the people shell shocked that they get notices and then nothing happens all the
And it's
time.
already happened once.
It's counterproductive. I mean, I don't like shutting off the water on them, but a couple of weeks ago, I'm making supper, I've got it in the oven, boom, I lost power for 3 hours. Nobody told me that the transformer was gonna blow up on the thing and take out my supper. The chicken came out good on the grill, even though it was supposed to be baked.
At least we had a generator relying on for heat.
Oh, and it'll be later on in the morning when it's gonna be shut off.
If people
By
wanna
the
yell
time
at
you get
me,
to it.
call me up, here's my keys, have at it, I'll go on vacation for a couple of weeks.
No, can't do that. At least not till you're up on that lift in the Walnut Street tank.
Yeah, well, that's fun going up there. I wish I could rent a 100-footer and get it inside so I could go up on the top of the tank and look around.
Yeah, you can do that. All of my share of that. I used to do enough of that in the past. No more. But yeah, if you can, if it starts getting close, if you can, at least give them an,
I'll try to go
Give 'em a
door
warning.
knocking once we start. If I know I have an officer at 9 o'clock and I have time, I'll start going door to door and knocking to see if people are home and letting
yeah,
them
because
know.
you're not even gonna.
I won't know
It's tough when
until,
you don't know till then.
right, until I get going.
This is to repair a broken gate valve.
So the gate valve that goes into the transfer station leaked badly. So the seal, whatever the seal is on it, is gone. So if you It's leaking now, we've got it, you backseat it, you jam the pieces together and it kind of slows it down a lot, but it's leaking and needs to go. Because if we had to close it off for the transfer station, that's how we discovered it, because they were doing the septic, so we shut it down while they were working around our line.
Yeah, it's the packing gland?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's not, it's an older
You can't
valve.
remove
No. Just looking at the thing, I don't even want to touch it.
Just take it out, you have another valve.
I have another one to go in, we have a plan in place.
And once it starts going, if it keeps going, all those, you don't wanna find out, because you got a sinkhole out there in the middle of the
Right.
night either.
Well, I don't want to wait until winter when it decides to finally blow out.
Yeah.
And this will probably be our last construction of the season, so we'll be.
Anything else for Wade on Manly or Station 1, 2, and 4, or other stuff around the town, before we move on to the Communications Committee?
I don't see why we wouldn't tell people for anticipating a shutdown.
If we don't, if he thought we had a detail and it was a surprise, if you're not sure you're gonna have a detail, or if you think you're probably not going to, and you're not gonna be actually doing the shutdown, people, by the time he's gonna know, people are all gonna be getting ready for work and left, if they're leaving in the morning. I mean, I think that's, and we've already told them once,
Right.
and didn't end up doing it. So rather than tell them, then they don't, you do that too many times and people will ignore the notices.
And I will be trying to go door to door.
Yeah, as long as you're doing that and you find out that
Right.
you have the detail, I think it's all right.
Yeah,
I mean, how long is it gonna be shut down once you get just the actual?
maybe
work?
2 hours tops. 'Cause we're gonna cut the bolts off, remove the gate, bolt up a new one, and then cut into the existing pipe. Goes pretty quick, it's a dry hole, so, things are in our favor, hate to say that.
Just a little deep.
Yeah.
7 feet.
Just around town, I got a call about Church Street. We doing some work on Church Street?
No.
Trench.
Oh, there's the gate in front of, yeah, it sank.
It sank down.
Yeah,
Is that us or is it
no, that's us,
to
to fix it.
fix it?
Yeah, we have to go up there. And so, I hate to buy a ton of blacktop to cut out this little square, which is probably the size of my thing, but it did sink.
Yeah.
They're supposed to resurface, but it has to be fixed before it sank too much. There's a
When it's
divot.
supposed to be resurfaced.
They're getting ready, so right now they're putting in their drainage, and they talked about paving. I'm like, where are you paving? You haven't finished anything yet, but they're looking to pave up and in there soon.
Is that something we can fill back in?
Yes, we'll fill it back in, but when we get a truckload of blacktop, because now we have South Street we have to fix, and then we have, this one we're gonna have to fix, so we'll have a lot of blacktop available to us. And we'll have detail cops, so we can just go up there and jackhammer it out and pave it in.
What's that for street surface over there on Church? Is that just asphalt or is that?
Yeah, it's just
There's no
asphalt.
concrete underneath or anything?
No.
And I asked you last time, I think, about where we had the break by the catch basins there on.
Yeah, that's the state. The state owns that.
We don't do anything on that, that's when the
No.
state's gonna come
Yeah.
back and fix that.
Yeah, we
I had
actually,
somebody else again ask about what was going on over there.
yeah, that's not us, that's the state, and hopefully, whatever they did, I have no idea, I saw them taking everything apart, and I'm like, ooh, you guys are, it went a long ways. But if people complain, it's up to the state to come out and fix that now. We did get the state to come back out and dig up our 2 gate valves that they paved over on the ramp today.
Oh, the one off of 24?
Yeah, because they literally shut the ramp down
They
to do
did.
their work.
Yeah, noon time. Didn't affect traffic.
So that's all set?
Yeah, both gates are up and available to us. It's a dangerous spot to try to
Yeah.
operate a gate, because
Yeah.
it's literally right there.
Pickled.
Well, only operate it when you get a detail.
That's
Yeah,
it.
And an excavator to park sideways
Yeah.
across the road. All right, Communications Committee, any update?
I talked to Jeff Ryan today, who's the chair of that committee, and he said the new website's completed. They're gonna look for a window to integrate the data from our existing website over to the new website, which according to them is like a 3-day shutdown of our website. So they have to schedule that, so they're looking at how they can best do that. And then also, I don't think that the amount that they're looking to transfer is the amount that the town wants them to transfer, because I think they got like 15 years worth of agendas and notes and everything on our current website.
Yep.
So they have to kind of negotiate how much data they can transfer over. So it might end up being a longer window. I don't know if they're trying to do it during a certain time of season, but the new website's there, it's just, it needs to get transferred over.
So it actually accesses stuff.
Right. I would like to see on our page, on our new website, like a maintenance calendar for if we have anticipated outages or flushing or stuff like that for our office to update.
Like somebody should have had, nobody asked anything of me or, what would be good, like a flashing banner on the front of the thing, of the town's website to indicate something's going on, but nobody ever asked a word. Everybody just does their own thing and,
Well, we'll be able to do that, or I'll be able to do that by myself, because right now I have to.
right, she can,
Email Annie,
right.
and then Annie has to put it.
To have access to the website?
Yeah,
Well,
this is
no, like if
supposed to
something
train.
happens, there's like, she puts up, like I'll email and say, can you put this on the flasher, on the
Okay.
town website.
I'll find out about that. I'll find out. And then I want to try to get access for you for Rave. Right now, the chief has access to Rave.
he controls it.
Rave, the emergency
Right,
notification
yeah.
system that they were talking about at town meeting.
Yep,
The chief has an account, Dave has an account, and I think Linda has an account. And I want to see if we can get an account for us. And that'd just be used for like, it's just water main breaks, that's just emergency.
right.
You wouldn't
Is it
use
really
that
is
for,
emergency?
yeah, you wouldn't use it for like, we gotta do construction on this or anything like that.
No, it's, right, it's for emergencies only.
But I'm gonna see if I can get us an account.
It sounded good if people sign up to it, it's on a, you have to sign up to a basis, but like I've heard people, well, not everybody has computer or computer literate. I get it, but I can't go knocking on 500 doors when I'm doing something, because then
Right.
we won't get anything done. We'll be 3 days with the water main break with the water down. You gotta allow us to do our work.
Well, I mean, if they don't sign up, they don't sign up.
Right, but it did sound like a good thing that way.
Yeah, and I think that if people, once it starts getting used,
Right,
by word of mouth, people will start signing up more.
yep,
How'd you find that out? Oh, I signed
Right.
up for Rave,
and it's supposed to be autonomous, so it's not like, I hate giving out my cell phone because I don't wanna get calls from people.
Right,
But they said it was supposed to be completely autonomous, they don't know who you are or what you are, you just sign in with an
Right.
address.
like Kerry, like back end
Right.
wise, Kerry would be able to highlight a street and say,
Yep.
water main outage on this street, and it would notify everyone on that street, but she doesn't know who it's notifying, because
Right,
it doesn't tell her
Yeah.
names.
Just everybody who signed up for it to live
On
on
that-
that street gets,
yeah,
So I will see about getting you access to that, and a flasher, and a calendar on our page.
yeah, I mean, you could put a calendar, we don't do, like, most of our stuff comes when I have people available,
Right,
I can't plan out that far in advance because everything goes haywire here.
right,
Just the flushing is pretty much.
yeah,
Yeah, that's,
flushing and stuff like that, we
Right.
could definitely post to it.
yeah,
yeah, just so they have as much information out as possible, and still something's gonna change. You get a break, so you won't be flushing, because you'll be in a different spot,
Right,
fixing a break or something,
right,
something else like that, but it's still not a bad idea to have the ability to have a little bit of stuff up there.
and that's it, that's all I got on communications.
Did the water bills?
That
That'd
can
be-
come off.
that can come off now?
I addressed it
Okay.
last time. I didn't
All right,
get
I
it.
thought it was, but I didn't know
Yeah.
if there was a reason it got left out, so you're all set
I
going
am.
forward.
Yep,
Perfect. Paid mine today. $90, what the hell? At least I found what didn't realize, one of the outside faucets,
What was
I hadn't shut it off all the way on the inside.
Yep.
You know, it started getting cold, so I closed the valve inside in the cellar and opened up the outside one so it wouldn't freeze up. Only, it
It's
must
still
have
pretty
frozen
wet.
up already a little bit, so it was
Yeah.
plugged. I go out yesterday morning, and about the time the sun hit it, I hit it running water. Nice steady drip. Said, just hoping it wasn't for very long. It adds up fast. Right, anything else to bring up tonight?
Yes, all right, so the Lincoln Street tie-ins, those are all gonna happen at night when he does the next tie-ins, and that's like a whole night. I don't, do we, like, this is uncharted territory, do we charge them? Like, even the new main that they're running down Lincoln Street, it has nothing, although it is will become our system, it isn't really something that we had anything to do with, they needed it.
Yeah.
So, once again, we've been pressure testing and things, and he hasn't paid the previous invoice yet either, so.
Well, his water's not getting turned on until all his bills are.
Alright, so I don't know
Hey,
whether you,
far as I'm
like,
concerned.
when we come out, like, we gave them 2 days up on West Street. The first day was lost because what happened, and then the second day, we were waiting for them to get ready. So, you know. that
How
was
much
just-
time do you think we needed to make the tie-in?
That's
No.
probably gonna be it's gonna be a good sized hole, cause he's gotta cut off both ends. I don't know whether he's trying to do, there's multiple days, cause he's gotta do at Crescent and West Center. So he's gotta cut off the old 6-inch and cap it, but then he's gotta tie it into Crescent and tie it back into West Center going up towards the highway. Then he's gotta come back down the other end at West Street and he's gotta cut and cap the old piece of 6-inch, which will cut out that piece of disaster waiting to happen.
And what do we need for people, that 1 or 2 overnight?
So it's probably gonna be at least 2, and they'll have to be out there probably with the gate turner so we get a solid shutdown, because when they do it Crescent, or just the same at West, you want a positive shutdown, so you wanna get as little water out there as possible. We get better shutdowns with the machine, because you can see what it's doing.
Right.
So there's probably about 6 hours out there.
Well, it's they're calling for doing it at night, obviously, because they're working in that area.
So, you should pay for it at night.
Yeah, I mean, the guys are still gonna work the next day,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's extra. I mean, we need to bill them for
We
it.
should pay for that.
That's,
Alright.
because otherwise it'd come out of the normal workday.
Alright.
That's a different issue, but if they're
Right.
doing it at night,
Yep,
and it's a good reason to do it at night, but still,
Yeah.
it's, you know,
Right.
got small crews and that's gonna.
yep, that way it doesn't interfere with Market Basket or whatever either. Well, it wouldn't this time anyways, because we're far enough up. So it wouldn't have interfered. The last time it just went south, so it had.
Do you know when he's looking to do that?
So I believe he wanted this Sunday night, and I'm like, I'm gonna tell him, you're not gonna get anybody Sunday night. So you can dig it up, but you'll be standing there with nothing to do, because the water's gonna be on. Because that's our weekend, and I don't think any guys are gonna come in.
And if they dig it up, all that will be able to do is sit there, plate
Plate it up.
for the day from Monday, and then you know what had happened. It's
Right.
gonna blow during the day in the open hole.
So I'll let them know that that's probably not gonna happen on a Sunday night.
And then we're gonna make sure he's gonna have the detail available.
Yeah.
He's not doing any of that without a detail.
No, they
He's
usually
gotta
got
get his.
2.
So probably next week, one night.
Yeah, sometime, because they wanna close up, because they're getting ready to pave. I don't know what they're paving, but they're getting ready to pave, he said.
Well, they still had a bunch to do before you'd be paving up.
Yeah, because they're going down as past the Shell station. So that was their limit of work, so nothing's been done down that way. So I don't know, either they're just scurrying right now to finish up.
Maybe temporary pave to get it tightened up before the winter, and then
It's possible. I mean, they're all done digging, they've done drainage all along, so.
They haven't paid for the other, did they contact you about the invoice?
No,
Or,
I think they're ignoring it.
no,
KRR did supply back parts, so I've gotta change the invoice.
okay.
I didn't want the parts, but they did.
Hmm,
So this is in Cohasset. You see that?
yep,
Accept it or not? To me, that's unacceptable.
no,
Alright,
Which way am I looking? Is that a copper service coming in?
yeah, it's a
through?
copper service
Through a core
coming
hole?
through, and they bent it.
No.
They put a good sized kink in that. We had to unbend it.
Nope.
What size
Yeah,
line is that?
That's a 1-inch copper.
K.
Yeah,
Compromised.
yep.
nope, replace it.
Alright, that's what I did, because the minute it's thing, you're gonna have air coming past that, the water trying to shoot past, you can create a venturi, that's no good. But I just wanted to hear it, I was gonna reject it anyways.
No, that's,
This is, where is this, Cohasset?
Yeah, I think it's Narragansett actually, one of the single families.
you know, whichever, that's not,
It's not acceptable, this would be like the second one we've had like that. The first one was bent so bad, it was like,
they didn't even bother. It was just
we
obvious.
just told them, you
Yeah.
gotta replace it.
Okay.
Why did they bend it? Just,
I have no idea. So the first one, it looked like the electrician probably walked into the thing and took the copper and went right up against the wall with it. He like bent it so badly there was no saving anything. This one, it could have been the same, you know, I wasn't in the house, so I don't know.
no, I mean, anything like that, brand new house,
Right.
it's gotta be right, you can't let
Yeah.
us.
No, it's gonna go off at $900,000, yeah.
Yeah. And then they call and complain because the pressure's not right because
Right.
they're going
Well, they're
through a
always
little
gonna have
pinch.
milky water
Yeah.
because it's gonna be streaming air.
Any other good pictures for us?
No, that was it. Oh, do I have? No, I don't have them on my computer. No, I can't get to them.
Okay. Good for now then?
Yep,
Anything, Dylan?
Just a thank you to Wayne for the outages that we had, unexpected outages, and, you know, all the guys that came back immediately after they left.
yeah, that was a terrible day.
Yeah.
But that was, like, I've never seen something so Mickey Mouse that they would cheap out that badly. Instead of putting a piece of pipe with a valve on it, they lead and oakumed that
Yeah.
2-inch thing into a 6-inch piece of cast iron pipe. Like, how rinky dink. And I knew the minute I saw it, that like, the minute you cut that, that's no good because it's gonna blow off. So we had to restrain the cap we put on it.
No.
And then we held them up so we could test the other end. I'm like, no, you're not doing anything, stop. Until we test the other end, you're not doing anything, because I wanted to know if I had to dig up an entire intersection chasing something.
No, that's a problem too. It's a small group, so it's not like, and when stuff's going, everybody's got, it's all hands on deck. There's
Yeah.
nobody getting a rest. Can't call it a second crew. The potential hire that we were talked about at the last meeting will be at the selectmen tomorrow night.
Yeah, I saw that.
Monday, so
Good.
hopefully we'll get that
Yes.
squared away fairly quickly. You'll have
Yeah, it
these
said
things.
December 2nd would be a start date.
Yeah. John, anything?
Nothing at all?
Nothing.
No comment.
Next meeting?
December 2nd.
Make a motion to adjourn?
I'll second that. At 5:35, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No one ever opposes that motion.